Yo, birthday today. Wish me one. Now, I'm gonna end up going live tomorrow today because we're gonna. I'm gonna end up doing a. I'm gonna end up doing a birthday parlay. All right, so something wacky. We need to pop their ass, right? So it is what it is. Yesterday, I did a YouTube short. If you guys be looking at that, on TikTok, I did a video. If you be looking at that on Facebook, I put a reel out there. On Instagram, I put a reel out there. If you be looking at that, that was the bankroll builder plus 200. It got there. Whoop de doo, whatever the case may be, right? So, Towns, he was in a great spot. I couldn't resist it. I sprinkled something on it. Told you guys it wasn't an official play. I ended up playing it. He ended up smashing it. It was a great spot for him, So it is what it is. Rudy Gobert was all over Rudy Gobert. I did take him for the 10 rebounds. He ended up smashing. I already knew it. And then I just knew it wasn't a good spot for Orlando, so I added the Orlando money line to that parlay. The parlay, which consisted of Durant double, 10 rebounds, and the money line 10 rebounds for Gobert, and the money line for Minnesota. Right, Portland Trailblazers game. They got their ass blew out. I took the straight bet on the Anthony Simons threes. Bam, went downhill. Right. Memphis Grizzlies, they hit a 3-point parlay, 2-2-2, and I took 4 people for 2 threes. They all got there. It is what it is. The Lakers, I told you I was going to live bet that game, live bet the spread, end up getting there. Shout out to Toronto. I did not know that Zubac, not Zubac. I did not know that Podol was out. I would have gave you guys Anthony Davis points a long time ago, man. But it is what it is, right? Let's get to today, right? Let's get to today. Hopefully I could just breeze through this, save a lot of these plays for tomorrow. Let's get for the live stream today. Maybe it might go live a little bit earlier. We'll see though. But I'll set the live time after this. Get ready to go out. Get ready to go to breakfast right now. And let me get a screen up here. Okay, so first things first, let me just breeze through this, right? Right? Always remember, if you got the opportunity to live bet, then go ahead and do that. So we don't have lines for the Detroit Pistons out. Shout out to Jaden Ivey getting there yesterday, and shout out to Jaden Ivey. He had me scared as hell, but he got there. He got there to his assist prop, right? In the second half, he just came out there with 3 arms and started dropping dimes everywhere. Now, shout out to Alec Burks for his efforts, right? He ended up getting there. His points prop came out at 14.5. He ended up getting there. So we need to know who's going to be in and out in this situation. So that's why we don't got any lines. However, give me the over points and rebounds for or double. We go right back to the well for Jalen Duran. Even if it's a parlay piece, I know we can run it back the same way I did yesterday and put something with it, right? To get it to plus money. Bojan Bogdanovic, gonna love this spot for him. I also like this spot for the 2 guard. What's his name? San Antonio. I don't have time to keep thinking about it. Sacramento Kings at Charlotte Hornets. Now we know they might get Martin back today, but everybody else is still out, right? Everybody else is still out. Now, I'm talking about Charlotte, by the way. Sacramento Kings on the back-to-back. We know what we're seeing in these guys. This is almost like a rematch. These teams just played like 2 or 3 games ago. Look, we don't have numbers for Richards, but I'm going back to the well on Richards' rebound prop, right? I took his rebound prop versus his team last time. He ended up getting 10. He only averages 8 point something, but he gets the bump, the usage bump, the minutes bump. So they automatically bumped him up to 10. If you're feeling froggy with a double-double, then you can go out there and go ahead and leap. I couldn't talk you off. Now, Rozier and Bridges, I can only look to these guys for points. They're gonna get all the usage in the world. I can only look to these guys for points if I go there, right? Washington Wizards at Indiana Pacers, right? We had an over under 253.5 in the spot. Nimhart should jump into the starting rotation at the point guard, and he can run it the same. He can run it. He can run it, right? He didn't have double doubles behind Halliburton. This system is like the system the Indiana Pacers run is like awesome, right? So on the flip side, I never give out Kuzma, but he's definitely in play. He's historically had great numbers versus his team, and power forwards versus Indiana Pacers continue to crush them. So I couldn't talk you off none of his numbers. No, I'm not giving it out. I'm just stating the facts. Centers versus Washington are in great spots. Matter of fact, everybody in Washington versus Washington are in great spot. Last two times these two teams played, Buddy Hield had 3 or more threes versus them in both games. Benedict Mathurin, somebody who can get his own shot. He's definitely in play here. Here's a guy that can go out there and give you 20. We don't have his numbers on tap right now, right? So those are just a few numbers that I'm looking at. You can also look at Tyus Jones. Tyus Jones is playing some good ball, lately as well. You can look at his assist spot, prop points and assists, or PRAs, right? Minnesota Timberwolves at Boston Celtics. We got an over under 230-23 in this spot. Now I do like Rudy Gobert's rebound. It's going to come out at 12.5. He's not on the books right now, right? That's one thing. Remember last time these two teams played, it was a dramatic game, OT. Ant-Man come out, hey, let me guard the best player, shit like that. He hits big shots and shit like that. I think he had 38 points. I think he went to OT, so it is what it is, right? I wanted to go to the over 1.5 threes for Kristaps Porzingis, but I think it's coming out at 2.5. However, I got to take a stab here. I got to take a stab at the threes for Jaylen Brown. 1.5 threes at a minus 130. 6, I got it at a minus 130. I took a stab at it, but what I'm really, 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 really interested in is the 3 threes for the plus 250 for Jaylen Brown, right? If he even got to hit it, I don't even care. This here is going in the parlay, the birthday parlay. You know what I'm saying? That we're gonna finish off tonight. I'm gonna give you guys 2 plays that's going in there in that birthday parlay. I'm gonna show you guys 2 plays. We're gonna try to get to at least 5 plays in that birthday parlay, right? And then he's hit the 3 versus this team. I think the 3 ball is going to be flying versus this team. This is a good defensive team. This is a good defensive team. You tend to shoot a lot of threes versus a good defensive team, especially defensive in the paint, right? So 3-pointers made lately. The 1.5 threes for him. He's 5 of 10 to this number. Versus this team here, he's hit 3 threes or better in each game versus this team, including the one. It did go to overtime last time, but including the one last game. So it is what it is, right? So it is what it is. Overall, I like Tatum better than Jaylen Brown, but that's another story. Now, for the sake, let's just keep it moving, right? Oklahoma City Thunder, right? And let me just make this small things short things small. Let me condense this shit, right? So the 3 ball. Let's talk about the 3 ball, right? Oklahoma City Thunder. They're giving up the second most threes to the shooting guard position behind the Chicago Bulls. This is on the season. That's none other than Tyler Hero. So Tyler Hero threes are in play, right? I like this spot for Bam Adebayo too. I mean, these players got egos. They're going to be chasing Chet around, and he got to show up too. Bam got to show up too. So I like this spot for Bam as well, right? The rest of these guys, we're gonna talk about it, right? And I got one more play I'm gonna talk about right now. But like I said, the 3 ball for the 3 ball for Tyler Hero, sitting at 3.5. You could tease it down if you want, but he's hit 4 threes or better in 6 of his last 10 games. He had an outlier game. This is head-to-head versus the OKC. He did hit 9 3-pointers. This was last year. He had an outlier game versus them, but it is what it is, right? So it is what it is, right? The next play I want to talk about, and it's not going to be an assist prop for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. You can shake it down. Last time I took his assist prop. He smoked me, man. And I laid some juice on that. Great spot. He didn't get there, but I took it down in bankroll builders to 4.5, and he got there. It's assist prop sitting at 6.5 right now, just in case you want to check it out. If you want to get there, be my guest, but I'm not going to get there, right? But the threes at plus money, at plus 128. I got there last game. He hit it in the first quarter. I'm going right back to the well, right? Going right back to the well. Head-to-head versus this team. Last 2 games he's hit it. Last 2 games he's hit it once. But last 5 games or last 10 games, he's 6 of 7 to this number in his last 7 games. The gift is just keep on giving. Give me the over 1.5 threes for him. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to go into the parlay, right? That's going to go into the parlay. Those are the only 2 lines that I got in the parlay right now. It might end up being a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 parlay. You never know, right? You never know. However, let's just keep it moving. But I do like Bam Adebayo in this spot. I'm interested in pulling the trigger on him, but it is what it is. Don't want to make this video so long. Philadelphia 76ers at Atlanta Hawks here, right? So here's a few things. Okay, so look, here's what I like here, right? The over 10.5 assists, right? Definitely like that. There's no Embiid. Give me the over 10.5 assists for Trae Young. I'll live with it, right? Over 10.5 assists for Trae Young. There's no Embiid. I couldn't talk you off the double for Jalen Johnson, and he does have a double versus this team. And let me see. He does have a double versus this team. And like the 3 ball, man, I'll be looking at the 3 ball for bankroll builders in this game, right? Especially on the Atlanta side of things. You can look at let me just go to it. Kill this shit right out the back, right? So you can look at DeJounte Murray, who's the one you can actually tease him down to 1.5 threes, right? And I'm thinking about sprinkling something on this because if I go his 2.5 threes at plus 155, right? And I damn that want to go there. He's 6 of 10 to this number, right? Head to head versus this team, he's 50% to this number. Whoa, he's 2 of 6 to this number, right? But if you tease it down to 1.5 threes at a minus 220 at a good parlay piece, then he's 9 of 10 to this number in his last 10 games. Damn, my mouse. What's up with that? My mouse is going out. Okay, there we go. So he's 9 for 10 for this number. Last 20 games, he's 15 to 20 to this number. So it is what it is, right? You can also look at Sadiq Bey, who's also been consistent in the 3-point category. His 2.5 threes is sitting at plus 150, but he hasn't been hitting that. He's been hitting the 1.5 threes. The 1.5 threes has been, he's 9 of 10. He's same as DeJounte Murray. He's 9 of 10 to this number. And then last 20 games, he's 15 to 20 to this number. Same as DeJounte Murray. Oh man, I'm gonna need a new battery. Right. So I'm gonna need a new battery here. That shit. Slow it down. Okay, yeah. So that's just to name a few. Then you can't forget Trae. He shoots the 3. Then you can't forget Bogdanovich coming off the bench. He flame throws the 3, right? So even if you just want to get to let's see, if you just want to get to a bankroll builders here in the 3-point category, be my guest because you still got Maxey. And like I said, you can get plus money for 2 threes for Sadiq Bey and DeJounte Murray. Is it gonna hit? It probably won't hit, but I just gave you the numbers to back up shit, right? You can take 2 threes. You can come over here, then you can come down and take what? 3 threes for Maxey. 3, you can fuck around and get 3 threes for Trae. Man, you know what I'm saying? Just a lot of shit, right? So Capella, he's questionable. If he don't go, you can look at Okongwu. And then honorable mention here is honorable mention is going to be honorable mention is going to be Paul Reed, right? So the last 4 games that Embiid was out versus Utah, he played 25 minutes, 16 points, 6 rebounds. Versus Chicago, he played 28 minutes, 11 points, 7 rebounds. Versus Houston, not a good matchup. 24 minutes, 7 and 2, not a good matchup. Orlando, 32 minutes, 15 points, 10 rebounds, right? So I'll be looking at Paul Reed's points plus rebounds, something like that, right? So let me keep it moving, okay? Damn, I'm not trying to take a lot of time up on this shit. Okay, can I finish this in less than 5 minutes? Houston Rockets. Look, I'm going right past this one versus the Chicago Bulls. I'm going right past this one. The more that I looked at it this morning, I want to lean towards Chicago Bulls at home. I think Chicago Bulls possibly can get this done. We'll see. They should be able to get this done. Chicago Bulls. I don't know. We'll see. Now, give me the Bulls, man. Give me the motherfucker. Give me the Bulls, though. All right, New Orleans Pelicans at Golden State Warriors, right? Couple sneaky spots that I want to take a look at here, right? Sneaky play in this matchup here. Sneaky play in this matchup is even if you want to use it for a parlay piece here, the over 4.5 assists for CJ McCollum. You can tease it down to 4 if you want. I think he can get over that number. Steph Curry, 5.5 assists. I like that as well. I took his assist last game. He got 5.5. You could also take these guys down and tease them down if you want to, right? But it's a lean. If I had to take one, it would probably be CJ McCollum. But I think it's a pathway where both of those guys can get their 3-pointers, though, man. I mean, their assist props. Because there's injuries, man. No Curry. I mean, no Paul. No Draymond, who's on the way back. So it is what it is, right? And then CJ McCollum and Stephen Curry. Give me the over. I like the threes. I like the threes and the points for Curry. I'm gonna sprinkle some on the straight bet the threes right now for Stephen Curry, and then I'm gonna play the the points probably on PrizePicks, right? 28.5. I like the over on both, right? The usage is going to be there. It just is what it is, right? So CJ McCollum, he's been on fuego from beyond the arc. His threes are in play as well. He's 7 of 10 to the 3.5 threes. You can shake it down to 3 threes if you want. You can shake Curry's threes down to 4 and same game parlays if you want. Be my guest. Do whatever you want to do, right? I like the threes for both of them. I just like the threes and the points for Curry, right? So head-to-head versus his team, he's had 3 threes or more in four of his last 5 games versus his team. And then Curry has actually he's actually shot the ball his last few times out. He shot it well versus this team from beyond the arc. The 4.5 threes, he's 4-10 to this number. He's been off a little bit, but head-to-head versus this team, once last year he had 8 threes. Once this year he had 7 threes. So it is what it is, right? It is what it is, right? So I'm gonna keep it moving, okay? Next game we're gonna talk about is going to be the my mouse going out. While I go out, I gotta go get some batteries. I've got to go get some batteries, okay? So hopefully this is the last game. Yes, it is. And it's no. So since I clicked on it here, let's go. Let's just talk about it, right? So I like the over 11 and 9.5. I like the over 9.5 assists for James Harden, and I'm going to take it down to 8 in Bankroll Builders. I'm going to take it down to 8 in Bankroll Builders, right? So I like that, right? And he's just been running the show. He's been coming around. He's been running the show, right? So the assist prop here, it's on the assist prop already. So he's 6 of 10 to this number. If I tease it down to 8 at a minus 265, then he's 9 of 10 to this number, right? So that's where I'm at with this situation. Okay. Oh my God, I gotta use the manual mouse. And on the last 20 games, he's 15 of 20 to the 8 assist prop. right there, right? So that's just, gives you a clarification when it comes to bankroll builders. Then the threes. I'm gonna like the threes for everybody who shoots threes, right? So speaking of threes, we could look at James Harden threes, right? Even in bankroll builders, you can tease it down to two. If you tease it down to two and a half threes right now is plus 112 for him. You can tease it down to two, you get a minus 290 right now, which he's 90% to this number in the last 10 games. And he's 17 of 20 to 2 threes in his last 20 games, right? So you could take eight, you could damn near get plus money for eight assists and 2 threes for him alone. Then you got Paul George. Paul George, who's got he's hit multiple threes in phenomenal amount of games. I can show you guys that. Paul George, we can look at his three ball. So his three ball sitting at 3.5. He's killed it. You know what I'm saying? 10 of 20 and 17 and 7 out of 10. Even if you want to tease his shit down to a 2.5 at a minus 275, then he's 9 of 10. And then his last 20 games, he's 14 of 20 to 2.5 threes. That's on the books. You could tease it down on the books, right? Terrence Mann, he's hit multiple threes in four straight games. Norman Powell, I think he's hit multiple threes in 4 of his last 5 games. So, there it is. Now, speaking of Jakob Poeltl, he being out, he's out. And of course, you could look at the rebounds for Ivica Zubac at 10.5 and or a double sitting at plus 100, right along with James Harden at a plus 105. Right, those guys are in play. Now, Scotty Barnes, he's hit at least multiple threes in a few different games, and you can also look at Emmanuel Quickly along with Gary Trent Jr. Those threes are in play as well. All right. So it's going to be a 3-point shooting game. This game could end up being fun, or I don't know, because I don't know, man. Leonard might get Pascal, and then George might get, I don't know. George might get Barnes or the kid they got from the Knicks. Y'all know who I'm talking about. But it should be a fun game. That should be a fun game. Denver Nuggets at Utah Jazz. And what Joker will we see, right? Are we going to see Jack Nicholson or are we going to see Heath Ledger, right? Last time, this will be the second matchup between the two teams. Last time these two teams played, Joker had a triple-double. Walker Kessler had 22 and 10. Now, I know how I feel about Walker Kessler. I hope they start Walker Kessler. I hope they don't start John Collins. How the fuck you going to start John Collins against the Joker? However, if Walker Kessler can stay out of foul trouble, which if he gets to start, I'm taking his double-double. I'm taking his rebounds, and I'm going to meditate on the double-double. He had 22 and 10 last time these two teams played. Joker does not want to get in foul trouble. If he can find a way to be aggressive, then he might hit his double-double, Walker Kessler. So I'm going to sprinkle something on it. Okay? I'm going to sprinkle something on it. But he got to be starting first. All right? So, and Utah Jazz been beating up on the motherfucking Denver Nuggets at home. So, interesting, right? Okay. I'm going to leave the rest for the live stream. With that being said, guys, peace out, right? Peace out.